We've seen some amazing things, but that, my friends, is something we've never seen.
Brandon Cruz Month's Advice.
Brandon Cruz Month's Advice.
Brandon Month's Advice.
Brandon Cruz Month's Advice. You just locked yourself into the playoffs.
Nice.
Got it.
Talk with old Brandon Cruz Month's Advice.
Completely speechless, to say the least.
Man, I am honestly so baffled by that decision. Brandon Cruz Month's Advice. It's Brandon Month's Advice.
Green flag in the air. Brandon Cruz Month's Advice to the front.
How are you guys doing? This is the Brandon Cruz Daily Fantasy Podcast, and I have to be a bit quiet because right now my girlfriend's sleeping. I don't want to wake her up. She had a long night, so let's just get right into the Xfinity Series right now. It's 10:06 in Lubbock right now. The qualifying for the Xfinity Series should start within, I think it's an hour and a half, so hopefully this will be up at 10:30 so you guys can listen to this right before qualifying or during qualifying. I know that's what some of you guys do, but let's just get right into it. So right now, right out of the gun, I really like Zane Smith in the 8 car. He's sponsored. He has 4 ARCA wins, and this is his first Xfinity race. He's been stupid quick so far in both practices. He's been a top 8 car in both practices right now. So Zane Smith, he's $8,200 in DraftKings. Depending on where he qualifies, I either like him or hate him. He needs to qualify at least outside the top 10, which I don't think he's going to do for me to really like him, but he's been stupidly fast. Yeah, he was 10th in the first practice and 8th in the second practice. Another guy that I like is Brandon Brown. He has been really, really good these last 2 weeks, and I've really liked him. I just haven't played him because I haven't liked where he's been starting. But I think this will be the first week that he actually starts slower or farther back than where he will finish. He was 23rd first practice and 22nd second practice, but he qualifies too well, and the stupid broadcast brought unnecessary attention. Speaking like DFS way, or speaking of like DFS, like they talked about him for maybe 8 minutes on the second in the final practice, but I don't like that for DFS purposes because now everyone knows how good he's been finishing. So he might actually grow an increase of owners this week. But I like Brandon Brown right now. Hopefully he'll qualify poorly. I like Timmy Hill as a punt. I just always like Timmy Hill as a punt because if people wreck, which is something that happens here in Vegas quite a lot, Timmy Hill, they usually end up running the full race. Same with Chad Fincham in the 42 car. These guys are both slow, but they're committed to running the full race, and if they end up wrecking, and if there's wrecks, I really like Timmy Hill and Chad Fincham. Donald Deagle, Theege, in the 90 car. I really like him. I think he easily has a top 25 car, and if he qualifies close to 30, I really like Donald for a low-owned player. And sorry, I have to be quiet because the air just turned off, and I don't want to wake my girlfriend up or anything. But speaking of Josh Williams, who drove the 90 last year, I like Josh Williams a lot this year in the 38 car. He's a good punt. Justin Haley, I think Justin Haley, if Kyle Busch doesn't qualify up in the front, Haley has a good chance of leading the most laps and winning this race. He's been 4th in the first practice, and he was 1st in the final practice. Hopefully he qualifies 1st or 2nd and just walks away with this race. And then I really like Ray Black Jr. He's been really fast in both practices so far, both on Q runs and just race-wise. And I think if Ray Black Jr. qualifies how he usually qualifies 30th on back, he is a good play. I really like Ray Black Jr. for a punt, and I think the ownership is slowly going to decrease on Ross Chastain because everyone knows who he is, but he hasn't been in a fast car. I like Ross Chastain if he qualifies 18th on back. Greg Galding has a top 20 car. If Greg Galding qualifies top 25th or back, 26th, 27th, if he qualifies back, I really like Greg Galding. And then looking at the best laps right now for the Xfinity Series, it's the best 3 laps have been Justin Haley, Kyle Busch, Bell, Cindric, and Tyler Reddick. And then best 7 laps have been Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, Austin Dillon, Tyler Reddick, and Austin Cindric. Kyle Busch, Reddick, Austin Cindric, Nemechek, and Gregson for 12 laps. And then there's only about 9 guys who did 18 lap runs, but Kyle Busch is leading that, followed by Reddick, Cindric, Gregson, and Allgaier. So those are my punts. If you have any questions, please message me on Twitter. Qualifying is going to happen in an hour and a half. That knocks out some of my picks, and it'll throw in more guys that I didn't even talk about. And I'm going to start working on the Cup Series race as soon as final practice is over, and I will have that uploaded tonight. Thank you guys for listening. Follow me on Twitter. Message me if you have any questions on Twitter, or comment in the video. And like I said, guys, I'm sorry about no truck video or anything. I was out of town. I just got back in yesterday, and I just caught up on all the practices and everything, because I got up like at 3 o'clock this morning because I'm off today and tomorrow from work, and so I just focused in on this. So those videos will be up later tonight, and thank you guys for listening.